There are moments in life when you walk into a room and immediately sense that something is off. It's not always obvious at first. It could be a subtle tension, the way people avoid eye contact, or the polite but empty smiles that never quite reach their eyes. Deep down, you feel it. Unseen, out of place, perhaps even unwelcome. No one says anything outright, but the message is clear. Your presence isn't quite fitting in. But here's the thing, it's rarely about who you truly are. More often, it's the unnoticed habits you carry that quietly undermine your relationships and reputation. I've been there myself, stuck in behaviors that worked against me. The good news? Change begins the moment you recognize these patterns. In this journey of self-improvement, let's explore 7 habits that might be holding you back, and how Stoic philosophy offers a powerful way forward. This isn't about striving for perfection, but about making steady progress. If these ideas resonate with you, consider following along so we can continue growing together. Trust me, what's ahead can transform not just how others see you, but how you see yourself. Let's be honest, gossip is tempting. There's a certain thrill in sharing secrets, discussing drama, or staying in the loop. In the moment, it can feel harmless, even fun. After all, don't we all want to feel connected? But beneath its surface lies a real danger. Every whispered word plants seeds of doubt, not just about the person being talked about, but about you. People begin to wonder, if you're speaking about someone else now, what might you say about them later? This is where gossip truly damages relationships. It erodes trust, replacing openness with suspicion and making people hesitant to be vulnerable. I once thought gossip helped me bond with others, but over time, I realized it only pushed people away. Conversations stayed shallow because trust had faded. This is where Stoicism provides clarity. The Stoics teach us to focus inward, to control our thoughts, actions, and words. Gossip does the opposite. It wastes mental energy on things outside our control, pulling us away from personal growth. Instead of indulging in pointless chatter, why not direct that energy toward becoming a better version of yourself? As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, waste no more time arguing about what a good person should be. Be one. When you shift your focus to what truly matters, your own character, you rise above distractions. Ask yourself, what can I improve within myself? This small change in mindset makes a big difference. By avoiding gossip, you build a reputation for being trustworthy and grounded. People might not say it out loud, but they'll notice. More importantly, the peace of mind that comes with integrity is invaluable, far greater than any temporary thrill gossip provides. We've all done it, smiling and saying, "I'm fine," even when we're not. Or agreeing to something just to avoid conflict, even as frustration builds inside. On the surface, passive aggression might seem like a clever way to avoid direct confrontation. Instead of openly expressing frustration, you let it seep out in subtle ways. But here's the problem. Passive aggression is like trying to send an urgent message through a bad signal. It's unclear, ineffective, and leaves everyone frustrated. At one point, I thought passive-aggressive behavior was a smart way to handle disagreements. Why engage in direct conflict when you can hint at your dissatisfaction instead? But the reality is no one can read minds. Even if they could, trying to decode vague signals would be exhausting. Passive aggression doesn't solve anything. It just deepens misunderstandings. You become frustrated that others don't pick up on your hints, while they feel confused and irritated by the mixed signals. It's like playing a game no one agreed to, leaving both sides drained. Stoicism offers a better approach. The Stoics valued honesty and direct communication. Marcus Aurelius emphasized that speaking truthfully fosters harmony. When you choose passive aggression, you're hiding your true feelings out of fear of conflict. But avoiding confrontation doesn't make problems disappear. It only lets resentment grow. Being open about your emotions may feel difficult at first, but it's freeing. Instead of engaging in emotional guessing games, you address issues directly, strengthening your relationships in the process. People respect authenticity, even when it's uncomfortable. More importantly, you begin to respect yourself, shedding the burden of passive-aggressive habits. Then there's the habit of making excuses, the tendency to always have a reason for why things didn't go as planned. Missed a deadline, the Wi-Fi wasn't working, late to a meeting, traffic was awful, didn't complete a task, I didn't know the deadline. Blaming external factors might provide temporary relief, but here's the truth. Every time you dodge responsibility, you miss a chance to grow, and people notice. When you constantly deflect accountability, you become someone others can't rely on. Worse, every excuse robs you of an opportunity to learn, adapt, and improve. Stoic philosophy offers a better path. Epictetus put it clearly, what matters isn't what happens to you, but how you respond to it. Blaming circumstances or others gives away your power. It signals that you're not in control. But the Stoics believe that the only true power we have is over our own actions and reactions. Owning your mistakes, no matter how uncomfortable, is empowering. It allows you to learn from them and come back stronger. When you take responsibility, you earn a reputation as someone dependable and trustworthy. Taking responsibility for your mistakes is one of the most powerful things you can do. Why? Because acknowledging your errors opens the door for change. It allows you to correct what went wrong, learn from it, and prevent it from happening again. I remember a key moment in my career when I missed an important deadline. My first instinct was to make excuses. I had too much work, I never got the email, technical issues got in the way. But then something shifted. I realized that excuses wouldn't change the fact that I had failed to deliver. So I took a different approach. I admitted my mistake. I walked into my boss's office and said, I messed up, I didn't manage my time well, but I'm committed to making sure this doesn't happen again. Surprisingly, my boss didn't get angry. Instead, they respected me more for my honesty. That moment taught me a powerful lesson. Taking responsibility isn't a weakness, it's a strength. When you own up to your actions, you take control of your life. You stop seeing yourself as a victim and start shaping your own future. People don't admire perfection, they admire authenticity. No one expects you to be flawless, but they do expect accountability. When you can admit, I could have done better, you set yourself on a path of growth. Respect comes not just from others, but from yourself. One of the hardest lessons I've learned is that excuses only hold you back. They keep you stuck in mediocrity. If you constantly blame external factors, you leave no room for self-improvement. But the moment you stop making excuses and take responsibility, everything changes. You gain clarity on where you can improve, and instead of avoiding your mistakes, you confront them head-on. The best part? People will trust you more. They'll see you as someone who takes ownership when things go wrong. So next time you're tempted to shift blame, pause and ask yourself, what part of this is my responsibility? You might be surprised by how much control you actually have. Embracing responsibility leads to respect and trust. Taking care of yourself, both inside and out, is not optional. It's essential. Hygiene may seem simple, but it speaks volumes about your self-discipline and self-worth. Think about someone who neglects their hygiene, whether it's skipping showers, ignoring dental care, or neglecting their health. While it may seem minor, it sends a message about how much they value themselves. Neglecting hygiene can unintentionally give the impression of disorganization, laziness, or unreliability, even if it's not true. Stoicism teaches that how we care for our bodies reflects our inner state. Taking pride in your appearance and well-being is a sign of commitment to a purposeful and dignified life. By taking responsibility and practicing self-care, you not only improve yourself but also inspire those around you. These habits are not just tools for self-improvement, they help build stronger and more genuine relationships. Everything is connected. The good news? Hygiene is completely within your control. It's a simple but powerful way to take charge of your life. Even Marcus Aurelius spoke about cleanliness as a discipline. On days when motivation is low, maintaining hygiene is an act of personal accountability. When life feels overwhelming, skipping self-care might seem like an easy way out, but it only deepens negativity. Small actions like taking a shower or brushing your teeth can ground you and provide a sense of renewal. Let's be clear, hygiene isn't about pleasing others, it's about self-respect. By taking care of your body, you show both yourself and the world that you value who you are. And here's the ripple effect. When you feel clean and put together, life's challenges seem more manageable. Others will notice, not because they're shallow, but because your effort reflects self-worth. This aligns with Stoic philosophy, striving to be your best self no matter the circumstances. Now let's talk about complaining. Everyone vents sometimes. It's natural. But there's a difference between expressing frustration and allowing complaints to take over your mindset. Some people always find something wrong. The room is too hot, the coffee tastes bad, the Wi-Fi is slow, a never-ending list of complaints. If you think, that's not me, take a moment to reflect. Could it be? Chronic complaining does more than just release frustration. It creates To overcome the habit of being late, I made major changes in my life. I started setting alarms earlier, carefully planning my days, and most importantly, changing my mindset. Instead of thinking a few minutes won't matter, I began to believe I want to respect this commitment by being fully present and on time. The change was powerful. People noticed, and I felt better, calmer, more prepared, and able to engage without rushing. If you constantly find yourself running late, it's time to reclaim your reliability, not just for others, but for yourself. Start by honestly examining why you're late. Are you avoiding something? Are you struggling to prioritize? Once you understand the causes, take action. Set alarms earlier, leave 10 minutes early, and practice the Stoic principle of living in the present. By doing this, you will earn more respect from others and yourself. Being punctual isn't only about respecting others' time, it's about valuing your own and understanding the fleeting nature of each moment. Adopting a victim mentality is one of the most disempowering habits. It's easy to fall into this mindset when facing difficulties. Why does this keep happening to me? Or, it's not my fault, it's just bad luck. While blaming external factors might bring temporary relief, it traps you in helplessness. Playing the victim gives up your control, leaving your life in the hands of circumstances and others. Though it might feel comforting in the short term, it limits your potential. Embracing accountability instead of excuses allows you to reclaim your power to shape your life. Stoicism teaches that while we can't control everything that happens, we can control how we respond. As Epicteto said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react that defines your experience. Choosing victimhood is like letting someone else write your story. But you have far more power than you think. Life will bring both good and bad surprises, but how you handle them is up to you. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what lesson is here? How can I grow? The habit of playing the victim often comes from fear. Fear of failure, fear of not being good enough, or fear of taking responsibility. It's easier to say, this isn't my fault, than to ask, what part did I play and how can I improve? I understand how hard it is to admit that some problems are self-created, but the moment I stopped seeing myself as a victim was the moment my life changed. Playing the victim doesn't just hurt you, it drains those around you. While they may feel sympathy at first, over time, that sympathy turns into frustration. They see your potential and feel disappointed when you don't take control. The Stoics saw life's challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities to build virtue. They viewed setbacks as chances to strengthen character. Imagine replacing, why does this always happen to me, with, how can this challenge make me stronger? That simple shift changes everything. Life stops happening to you and starts happening for you. The heart of Stoic philosophy is simple yet powerful. Take responsibility for your life. This doesn't mean blaming yourself for every mistake, but recognizing that you always have the power to choose how you respond. That choice is your true strength. Stop waiting for perfect circumstances and start transforming yourself. When you do, amazing things happen. You stop feeling like a passenger and become the driver of your life, steering your path with purpose. The next time you feel yourself falling into victimhood, pause. Ask yourself, am I really powerless, or am I afraid to take control? Shift from thinking, why is this happening to me, to what action can I take? By letting go of the victim role, you regain your strength and control. Life will continue to challenge you, that's its nature, but instead of being knocked down, you will rise stronger and ready. That is the core of Stoicism and the way to master your life.